Okay, we are on the last step of our second subtopic. So, let's move on so we can get through this and moving on with other things, doing other things. All right. So, again, we need to have some transition phrases to be able to move us from idea to idea smoothly so that I know, as the reader or anyone else that's reading this, knows that, hey, they're changing the idea, they're changing the topic, so to speak. Even within subtopics, you have to be able to change your idea, because I'm moving from what's in the tank to how to feed your guppies to what kind of water the guppies need. So I have several different ideas that I'm moving between. Anytime you have an idea or a new thing you're talking about, you gotta transition. Okay, so now to transition phrases. So if you're looking here, you have some phrases. Now, again, these are not all the phrases you could possibly list in the world. They are just some. And those phrases, when you're transitioning, you're going in order. You're making a list and putting it from smallest to largest, or largest to smallest, or important to least important, or most important to least important. So you have to be able to put those in a serialized, one right after another list, basically, is what you're doing within your text, within your passage, your essay. So what you need to do at that point then is to say, hey, I am going to pick some of these and put them in the little green boxes. Now remember, the green boxes are the only things you get to type in. Nothing else gets typed in, okay? Please don't do that. So I'm going to pick so if you're reading this, I'm going to be covering how to care for your guppies. So my initial facts are, I'm going to be covering how to care for, my initial facts are 3 guppies will need at least 5 gallons. So there's my first transition. My next transition would be additionally. Okay. And my last one would be finally. Okay, so then I gotta come down here and just kind of read, how did that transition? How did that look? How did that sound? Okay, did I like it? I'm going to be covering how to care for your guppies. My initial facts are 3 guppies will need at least a 5-gallon tank. Guppies will have babies, so if you have 6 guppies, you will need a 10-gallon tank quickly. You can add plants to your tank. You can add duckweed into your tank. Guppy grass is good for the fish to hide in as well. Guppies need gravel and or sand in their tank. They will also need oxygen and light. Additionally, the water in your guppy tank will need to be warm, at least 76 to 78 degrees. This means you will need an aquarium water heater. You will need to add an aquarium water heater to the tank. You will need to make sure the water is hard with lots of calcium and magnesium. You will need to change the water once a week or more, depending on how many guppies you have in your tank. Finally, feeding your guppies needs to happen frequently. Feed your guppies once or twice a week, only giving them the amount of food they will eat only in 1 minute. Too much food will cause the tank to be dirty. According to www.aquariumcoop.com, you can feed your fish bloodworms, brine, shrimp, flake foods, pellets. All right, so I think that's probably good enough. That's my second subtopic. Again, whatever you put in the green, I take it and then I do a little voodoo to it and I smash it all together with some of the other things that you've picked, so that you can kind of get a overall picture in your head of what that paragraph is going to sound like when you finally take it and drop it into your rough draft. So that's not too bad of a subtopic 2 paragraph. It needs a little bit of work, needs a little bit of polish, but it's going in the right direction. I can kind of see where if you wrote that, I could see where you're going with it. All right. Next subtopic will be subtopic 3. So let's get going so we can move on and get wrapped up. I'll see you soon.